Now, yesterday, Anthony Kennedy, who's the normally a swing justice, is actually very conservative, announced his retirement. Now, that's effective at the end of next month. Now, Kennedy is not a liberal, okay? So at the end of the day, the court is going to end up being 5-4, the same as it was before. Now, the thing about Kennedy, though, is that he was the swing vote on some cases, and so he's made some good rulings, but he's also made a lot of bad rulings. So make no mistake, Justice Kennedy is not necessarily your friend. Now, he did rule on the LGBT case, Obergefell, so that's going to be a problem, right? Now, nonetheless, a lot of people are very concerned, rightly so, that we're going to have an extreme conservative judge that replaced him, and not a moderate justice. Well, when the news broke, I remember reporting that people started to blame Jill Stein and Susan Sarandon for somehow losing the Democratic or making Hillary Clinton lose. Now, Morning Joe, of all people, are actually going to set that record straight and put the blame where it really lies. Watch.
Yesterday, there were several people who were shocked at this news, and saw quite a few people actually with blue check marks by their name saying this was the bleakest moment in their life, and they just didn't know how they were going to move forward with it. There are many things that Donald Trump does that we criticize and talk about.
Cause concern.
Cause great concern, and they are actually violations of constitutional norms. Just for our friends that are suggesting the same here, when you elect presidents, this is what happens. And when Hillary Clinton didn't visit Wisconsin and didn't visit Michigan enough, and when we saw a young woman yesterday with a campaign, a message that was more inspiring in 3 minutes than what Hillary Clinton gave us in 2 years, they can complain about internet, this and that, and the press did this and they should have done that. But the fact is, Hillary never had a message. She ran a horrible campaign. And this is the consequence of it. Is it not? What Donald Trump did yesterday is what presidents do.
He's not wrong. And again, this is what the establishment tunes into every day. And the establishment's the one that are freaking out about, oh, Joe Stein, we're trying to blame everybody else but our beloved Hillary Clinton. And Joe is actually principled on this one. I know, it's strange to say. That he's like, no, we looked at Hillary Clinton's campaign and it was terrible. And that's the truth of it. It was terrible. And he says, look, you may not like it, but Donald Trump's president, and he gets to pick judicial nominees. Now, look, later on he went on to say, no, look, Mitch McConnell did a record obstruction, and if the Democrats want to do that, then they can do that. They can go ahead and they can do obstruction, and I'm in favor of that. Because, no, you put an extreme conservative in a stolen seat, which, again, they already did for... They did to Merrick Garland. They stole his seat. So why don't the Democrats just saying, you know what, we're not going to vote to confirm anybody, and we're going to actively block it, at least until after the midterm, when Congress looks a little bit different. That would be great to do. Now, unfortunately, right now, as far as I know, the rules only allow for a simple majority. So that might be a little bit... that might not work out well. But I want the Democrats to continue to fight, to actually put up a fight in this one. They didn't fight for Merrick Garland, and I'm not a big fan of Merrick Garland, but he didn't fight. Obama didn't fight. Hillary Clinton didn't fight. And, of course, the reason for that is hubris. But anyway, look, the whole point, though, that Joe's getting to is Trump's going to get to pick a Supreme Court justice because Hillary lost the election. That's it. I know. People are like, but she won the popular vote. But that doesn't mean anything if you lose the Electoral College. And it is funny how whenever somebody brings that up, No, she didn't win the popular vote. Okay, are you in favor of abolishing the Electoral College? No, you don't have a position. You're just mad that your queen lost. And I'm mad that Hillary lost. Don't get me wrong. To say that she wouldn't have been better than Trump, come on, man. She wouldn't have been that bad. We have Roe versus Wade that could possibly get overturned. You think Hillary Clinton would have done that? Seriously? The thing is, I think the worst thing about a Hillary Clinton presidency is that it wouldn't have energized and awoken the left. And that's what we're seeing now. And so that is one positive that has happened under Trump, but there has been a ton of negative. Now, on that, we warned you about this. Bernie Sanders voters, we warned the establishment about this. We said, Hillary Clinton, if you nominate her, she's going to lose Trump. You can go back to 2016. You can find videos where I said just that. If you nominate Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump will win the election. We all saw the iceberg, and yet the band played on. They didn't care. They didn't care. They didn't care that she had no terrible, that she had no message. She had a terrible campaign, and she didn't campaign in Michigan and Wisconsin. The Russians didn't keep her out of Michigan. Whatever impact you think the Russian memes had could have been negated had she excited enough people to come out and vote for her. And she didn't do that. And she could have if she had a compelling message. But you ran on Trump is bad. Yes, Trump is bad. He's an absolute fucking nightmare. But you could have said, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually go and we're going to do real healthcare reform. We're going to give you Medicare for all because it's extremely popular. We're going to solve the income inequality gap. We're going to give you $15 minimum wage. We're going to do free college, a public university. We're going to do all that stuff that is incredibly popular. Instead, oh, Trump is bad. Trump is bad. He's so bad. Well, one more thing, right? Merrick Garland he was nominated by President Obama, right? After the death of Scalia. Now, it was Obama's choice to choose a replacement, right? Now, Obama, I had problems with him choosing the most non-offensive, centrist milquetoast choice, right? And the reason he did that is because, well, the Republicans. I need the Republicans to confirm him. Okay, yes. So you didn't have enough, to overcome a Republican filibuster, right? And Mitch McConnell did unprecedented obstruction. Obama still had a choice of doing a recess appointment. I mean, that's what I would have done. You're going to play that game of obstructing my nominee? Okay, recess appointment. How you like that, bitch? He could have, but he didn't. Why? It's because the Democratic leaders, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and the rest were like, no, we got to play decorum. We got to play nice with the Republicans. Well, what does playing nice with Republicans get you? It gets you Trump. It gets you Neil Gorsuch. This is a guy who says, no, I would rather have you freeze to death if it serves the corporation's interest. That's who Merrick Garland is. Or I'm sorry, that's who Neil Gorsuch is. And Merrick Garland, yes, probably would have been better, even though he would have been a centrist milquetoast justice. He still would have sided probably on the liberals' side for social issues a lot more. Now, right now, we have the most corporate court in history, and odds are that probably wouldn't have changed very much under Hillary Clinton, if Merrick Garland had been confirmed in the first place. But that didn't happen. And it was the hubris of the Democratic Party and Hillary Clinton that did not get us a centrist, at least a centrist judge. So, and all Trump needs to do now is he just needs a simple majority. And he's very likely to get his nominee. So, elections do have consequences. And so does running elections. And if you run a terrible campaign, and if you have no message, And if you excite no one, then don't be surprised when no one votes for you. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.